back, bebes. Thanks for waiting for me. Sorry about that. I was just pausing to do other things. And I'll probably pause again soon, but I am voiding.
Among Us. Yes, we still do it. Yes, I know it's 2024, but hey, I mean, the show is coming out soon, right?
Is an Among Us show? What? What? Chat? Did you know that? Chat?
It's a lot of fun. Check
wow.
Double shot and swooper. I'm just an evil little hot dog.
The fact that doesn't kill them is insane. Yeah, like, look at that. Bro's thick. Bro's in the thick of it more than KSI. I have such insightful commentary. Stop that, stop that. I wanted to like pop open boxes because I've got into the fucking autistic gremlin box opening, but you know, don't have to. Oh shit, yeah, time limit.
Can I not fucking bet? I should kill Joe.
I'm probably being too stressed about how long it's going to take me to get this.
So I can't bet I actually prefer to bet.
I also have no idea what that means. I'm just like, these are big cricket terms. I hope nobody in my audience knows sports. Go sports team.
Okay.
Where was this one?
Where?
Barrel of laughs. Yay.
Oh my god.
I love laughing at barrels.
Oh my fucking god.
And their name starts
I was gone in the lab.
I need one other person to choose
I was executioner on Sarah.
Wait, do I?
Okay, I'm not executioner anymore. And you're not the other thing.
Bobby.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Where is the ball? Yeah, I can't find my balls. Oh, I found them. I found them literally as I said that.
That was really funny, Bobby. Wait, I came back. What? I think that means he was wrong.
Yeah, well, obviously, but it's fine. I'm skipping for now.
I would have believed Bobby is vigilante because I don't think he would throw a Bobby away like that. I don't think that's true.
The last bowl will be over was gonna be what decides all of this. Man, the Black Caps would be so disappointed in me. That is the name of our cricket team. I mean, all of our teams are just like black something, and then like the women's is usually like silver something, or like fern something. Unless I'm being racist. Racist? Sexist? I don't even know. And I should also be the one who cares about that, but I don't know. I'm just saying words.
I was on cams or whatever.
I'm not feeling silent.
This speedy lead. That's kind of everyone that I saw. Yeah, it's like the binoculars. Didn't really see anything else.
Della, who do you think it is?
I'm glad I actually decided to take that with like a little bit of urgency, considering considering I got back here with 38 seconds. Easy.
Della said that she was the executioner. Fair enough. Oh, this is gonna be so long. I gotta kill Joe. Or
Isn't it Citrus?
I can confirm.
I feel like Citrus is just like the fancy name for like 100 cricket games, but also if I'm wrong I'm gonna look like a fool, but I also don't know what I'm talking about, so why would you trust me?
No, don't.
I don't know why I made my voice good. Well, actually I do know why, because
I don't think that...
struggling to do. Struggling to pick it up.
I guess the 50.
What? Nay? Yo! Wow, I love shooting people in the face with sniper rifles. I'm having so much fun.
I mean, I just think that
Could you
could be a
tell-
lie, right? I think that could be a lie, that you're, like... I would also lie in your situation for what role I am.
Well, yeah. I don't think it is a good idea on 5 to say what you
Reload
are.
and
even
gun
if it's
damage.
evidence.
Interesting.
I saw multiple people walk by.
Oh, if
and
the more
feel
shots
like
I miss, the more sniper rifle
saw
damage I
Della,
kill. I feel like
5,
just
6
missing
seconds
10
ago.
shots so that I just have
So I think
15%
if she died,
increased
we're
gun
gonna
damage on
go
one
for
shot
it.
is kind of bog. Bog? Pog.
Oh, chat, I think I upset her. Oh, I think she got upset by that. Oh, I'm sorry, Jaden. Oh, sometimes Jester has to stir the pot.
Because I saw somebody by upper engine trying to like go up the ladder, and then I saw somebody like walking back towards the body, which I think was Jaden who reported it.
Well, chat, I'm gonna go AFK again soon, just briefly,
Yeah.
not as long this
Now
time.
that sucks. It
Nope,
sucks
you've been in
sometimes.
and out.
Like, people get upset. They're like, "Why did you say this?" And I'm like, "I was Jester. I'm sorry. I'll just press the meeting. I'll maybe turn people."
Told you this was a terrible idea.
What?
You called it.
Did you also call it Speedy Lee?
I was trying to, because I was gonna say I don't think we can skip because if they know Jaden's role.
Are you saying we have to murder her because we know what she is? No, I agree with you. I think we tie her up and send her out to sea.
A situation with 3 players just gets really bad.
My philosophy
Yay,
is
Star Wars
every
reference.
roll of the week, and if you're gonna tell your role, we gotta get rid of you.
So wait, here's my logic. If there's 2 left,
I don't know, maybe.
they would just guess Jaden. That's not happening.
You will be
Jaden,
certainly
Jaden,
telling
who
the
do you
players,
vote
of course.
for?
I cannot
Myself.
stress how mission is.
No, I'm not.
What?
This is about to be a very long walk. I love this court
Sounds like you
mission.
wanna vote me, so I'm not gonna
No! Stop. I just want to know why Jacob doesn't think it's a swooper.
I changed my mind. I believe Jaden now. I changed my mind. I'm sorry. I just
Cool,
thought there was
I shall
another
return,
role.
chat.
My bad.
Jaden, you're not the jester, right?
Well, I thought I
detective.
saw. Okay, so I thought I saw someone vent, and I don't think the swooper can vent. So that's just what I thought. Maybe it was an engineer, jester. I don't know. Damn, I'm sorry. I'll vote for myself, Jaden.
No way. Fuck
I
it.
think Joe's the swooper.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, so
Why
now
did you
we
do that?
now we don't win.
I've been a good crewmate all game, and this is what you do to me.
Jacob Jester or imposter?
Well, this is awkward.
Joe, you could have saved it. You could have saved it.
Well, I didn't think that would happen. I didn't think people would die right now.
There we go. Unless we have an engineer. Come on, don't be like this, guys. Don't be like this.
I just want everyone to know that when Bobby died, it was me shooting him. I found out he was my guardian angel, so I killed him.
Oh, what do I do? Protect Joe? A living guardian angel? And I can't see? I only get 5 protects. Joe! Come back, Joe! Joe, if you fucking die, I'm gonna be so pissed at you. I'm gonna be really upset. I'm gonna be cross. I'm gonna be like, what? Oh my god. Speedy lead, you're fucking a large lad. Okay, where's Joe? Where is Joe? Where is Joe? Where is my little baby boy? I need to keep him alive no matter what. There you are, Joe. Joe! Joe, there you are. I'm gonna... Joe, you f***ing idiot! What are you doing? You're making it very hard for me to protect you. Joe! God damn it, Joe, you f***er. Fucking, you menace. You're ruining my life. Stop it. Stop it. I'm trying to fucking keep you safe. Don't be like that. No. Joe! You motherfucker.
I have returned, and it's time to enjoy some Among
He
Us.
got away! Oh
Well, I just
my
stay
God.
paused and
You
chat for a
got to
bit
be
while fucking
fucking
around.
kidding me. Kiwi sounds like an angry mother. I am! I'm trying to keep my beautiful son alive! There you are! Don't try to get away from me. You're pink. Are you fucking serious, you piece of shit? Are you fucking serious? I try to protect you, and this is how you fucking repay me? You ungrateful piece of shit. Fuck you, Joe! No
Wow,
way.
Kiwi angry.
No way. You know what's fucked up? I'm the guardian angel for fucking Joe, you Joe, you snap my neck. What's the point of it? What's the point?
Oh, I didn't realize it was Joe who actually killed her. Yeah.
That's funny. Anyone? No?
I came out of my
Trigger
task
happy.
and I just saw the report button. I didn't even realize that it was mushroom.
I would
Oh
like
my
to
God.
throw down the person who did this, hit mushroom mix up, killed, and then swoopered out. So there is a swooper.
Oh. Ooh.
Swooper or escapist?
It could be either, I guess. I don't know where
saw the body, I
escapists
didn't
would have
see it
put
fall.
their marks so early in the round that was far away. Della, I think you can understand the reasonable sus for reporting in mushroom mix-up.
I guess so, but I literally just came out of my task and before I even realized that it was mushroom mix-up, I just reported.
Yeah, it could
Makes
happen.
sense.
It would be best to not, but no, next time. Let's see, what do we do here? Let's close some fucking doors. Let's close some doors.
Going to clean and fuck around. Earl. Sorry that I'm not being a super
Okay, you see
fucking,
Della
but
and
I
Dad?
don't think there's anybody here. Yeah. Talking to myself, hoping somebody sees the bods, I guess.
Where?
It was right outside of dropship.
Yo, Speedy Lee got a headband?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's locking in.
Bro, this is a
That's
time skip
good.
design.
The time
Yeah.
skip Speedy lead.
Dad and Della are lovers, I think. You know what? Fuck you. I want to kill him so bad. Oh my god. Whoa.
God, I think Joe tried to.
Yeah, I think that was Joe. I saw him run in too. I saw it too.
I don't know what happened. I just see Speedy lead and
Can
Siren just
explain.
explode.
Were they
Mhm.
lovers? Because
It
I
was not-
just looked at vitals and there was
Okay.
nothing.
I think it was bomber lover. Like someone got bombed and then the lover died.
That's-
Because like I was right between
that's-
the bodies.
No way. I saw Joe just run in.
Yeah, Joe
Oh, I
ran
wasn't. I
in.
didn't. You didn't see me snap onto a body. You just saw the body
Yes, I
fall
did.
over.
Yes, you did. You literally did snap onto it though. Unless you want to claim that it's like a sheriff or fucking
Wallet.
like veteran.
Well,
I
these
don't
nuts
think
got him,
it's either.
chat.
I just see two bodies fall over.
I know you're evil. You killed me last game.
Wait, can I offer something? Where is Pixie?
I also do want to say that Pixie was on the top hand reactor. I went in, did the bottom one. I was like, why the fuck is no one? Why isn't it finished? I get off, and that's when I see the bodies fall over, and Pixie's also
Because
not
I
there.
saw everybody come in. I will be real. I got scared and I just left.
Oh, girly pop.
Okay, so
This just looks really bad on me because like I don't really have anything to defend myself. 'cause don't
I
really-
do think, Jacob, thank you for reminding me that there's a swooper. I think it is Pixie, and I think that maybe it was Lovers.
Because they dropped at the same time.
They did.
Wait, was it two? I just saw one body.
It was two.
Well, based on all the sus thrown on Joe, I gotta go for Joe.
I have a bit
Well,
of a chip
Pixie
on my
whistled it on
shoulder,
knife.
but I also saw what I saw.
Okay.
Oh.
I would have liked
Bye,
to hear
Joe.
Jacob's information.
About it.
Bye, Joe.
I just want to talk about it more. I don't feel good that we voted out Joe.
We both saw him snap though.
I know we both saw him snap, but yeah, it's just weird that Pixie was the first one in there, and then I was the second one in there. It was just us, and it was like 2 seconds
do
before
you think Pixie
I
left or do
was
you think
like,
Pixie turned invisible?
Kiwi,
Everybody
did you
in there
see
all at
Pixie
once.
leave?
I saw her outside. I saw her outside. Yes. When I got there, Joe had just run in, snapped on a body, and then she was like already standing outside.
Okay.
So yes.
I feel
Okay, that's
good
fine.
about Joe then.
Yeah,
if-
then that's fine. I wasn't sure if people saw Pixie, and it was just, I don't know.
I will say she was a little mean to me last round and said she wanted to kill me this round. So if we do vote her off, I'm not going to complain about it.
Run around. All right.
We have okay. Here's the thing, Pixie. We gotta get we have to kill Della. I'm gonna mark here. Okay, Pixie. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, where was it? Where was it?
Where?
Come on.
Oh, say it ain't so.
What?
Is it Pixie?
Yeah.
Body and lookout.
Body and lookout?
Body and lookout.
Damn it, bro. Sorry, Sarah.
They went after a Powerpuff.
Well, there's 2 left at least.
Pixie, do you have a defense for that one?
What happened? Give us a
Yeah,
play
what
by
happened?
play.
What went down?
I walk in. So the lookout, I walk in. I see Sarah's body in there, and I will say, Pixie was not in my initial crewmate vision at first, but my little old roll saw some footsteps that walked off to the right, and then I walked a little bit to the right, and I just see Pixie sitting in the corner because Swooper can't vent.
Oh.
No,
yeah.
I'm alone.
That's
Okay,
right.
Can I say something?
Oh no!
Kiwi cleared Pixie like so.
I did not clear her. She was outside of reactor. It's probably Pixie and fucking Joe.
And if the game doesn't end, then I think it's Kiwi.
I
know
think the
it's not
game
gonna
will
end.
end. She does love to stab.
Volpixie is too trigger happy. Amaya.
What the hell? Why are you doing this to me? Well, I'll just wait. Fuck it. I'll just wait. I'll just fucking wait if I have to. Never mind. It's Della. She's evil. She's blushing because she gets a thrill from killing.
I do, but I didn't do this.
I think it's you, Della. Listen, hear me out. Della was in reactor when Joe popped on the body. All right, what do I think?
It's Sleepy Joe.
No, wait, hold on. What do I? Hold on. Well, if you were sheriff, you would shoot me. Hold on. If you were swapper, you would do some swapping. I'm gonna go. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna give you a hint.
What? Rat. I'll guess Mystic.
Good try.
You can get Mystic on Mystic.
Sirens always
I
miss.
want Mystic gateway you threw.
Yeah, I threw. You're right.
Clickbaiting Jaden, the best pastime.
Every Monday, my friends and I engage in a little ritual called Mungie Monday, where we play Among Us. We play Among Us with each other. It's awesome. Check it out.
I'm nice.
I'm not.
I'm
I'm
stimming.
nice.
I've always been nice.
Okay.
Investigator again.
Veteran.
All right, here's what I do. I clean up after Kale. That's the play. Do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I want to clean up. What is Kale's role? I don't remember.
All right, just put on alert. I'm running out of alerts. I'm being a little too cautious with it. I just feel like every time I run into... Huh? Okay, I have an important question to ask. There is a transporter, and
Yes.
the transporter, your life is on the line here, I understand, but you swapped me with somebody, and that somebody killed Cade. Transporter, I need you to speak up. Who swapped me with who?
Yeah, who swapped?
You're on
You'll
our
die for a
side.
good cause. Yeah,
Just-
you'll die for a
just
good
help
cause.
us out.
Look, if
Who's
you
swapping?
die, I'm sorry, but we have to know who it was.
Transform.
Yeah,
Just
please
help us out.
reveal.
We'll
Wait,
protect
swap-
you. We'll protect you.
I have a couple theories on what happened, but I think this is like I figure out in the post-game lobby. Okay, guys, so what I think happened, I think Ouija was transporter, I had veteran on alert, and he warped with me, and it killed him?
Where's Kale at? I need them to kill.
Uh-oh. So I found a body. This was Smith's body on admin table. Vitals, my bad.
The last person I saw with Bobby was for
Wait,
like 5 seconds ago.
5 seconds
For-
ago.
Oh, literally 5 seconds ago.
Kiwi, are you ever gonna eat that piece of toast, or what's going on here?
I'm saving it for lunch.
I mean,
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, for her hates Della.
Remember that.
I'm
I
gonna.
was just kidding.
Well, that makes my life a little easier. Whoa, who did that? Was that Della? Okay, I'll come with me. I will clean up after you. We've got to find someone. I want to clean up a body. Do it. Do it. Kale, do it. Kale, do it. All right, you're on your own.
Pikmin 5.
Trust. I
What?
didn't find the body. Jacob is red. Just
What?
trust.
What? Okay,
Oh.
okay. Executioner much? Because I'm just
No.
not.
Please. I will reveal my role gladly if that means dying for the cause. And
Pixie,
that's not my role,
I
but
think
what?
I think also crew roles can pop up red. Let's say sheriff, for example, if they kill an imposter, I think they might also show red.
I don't believe
it.
Well, that's just kind of sus. You know I can clean up the bodies, right, Kale? Jacob is good to keep alive because he's like a pretty good scapegoat. Where did Kale go? Goodbye. Don't worry, buddy. I gotcha. I took care of it for you. I got 9 seconds left. Don't kill for another 7 seconds.
Literally just stealing content. This is amazing.
God fucking damn it! Oh
Lame.
my god!
Not lame, shame.
Oh, it doesn't even show that they're dead. That's so awesome. This is really funny. Okay, we can kill again, Kale. We can work together. This teamwork is beautiful. Who else is there? We got Jacob and Jaden. Let's check vitals. Don't do it. Yes! Never mind. Let's go! Kale, the teamwork was beautiful.
Fucking,
I
I'm getting tired of this janitor shit. Sorry.
Guys, is this the best roll of all time or what? Is this the best roll ever made or what's going on here? Wait, I had a bit plan for this. Hold on. I have a hypothesis. Where? Hold on. I have a hypothesis. Oh, I found it. I have a hypothesis, chat. I have an idea where I think I can win. Check it.
I will find you one day. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, but I will find you. I can never pull up Jules ever again. I look away for one. Okay, it was.
So I'm willing to say this one was not Della and Bobby.
What?
Do you want attention?
Who do you think?
Yeah, who is quacking?
Who do you think?
I'm voting Pikmin 5.
No.
I can.
Where are we?
If he's Jester, that's fine.
You can have this round. I don't care.
You know what?
Impressive gambit. Impressive
Placid Dog Simulator. Are you fucking
Epic.
Sarah, if I
That's
knew
fine.
you-
I'm fine with this outcome.
LMAO.
Zoom out. Okay.
I am the spy. So, this is a pretty funny roll because to play it optimally, you have to cheat.
Let's leave. Let's get out of here. What does the mayor do again? Reveal yourself when the time is right. So my vote matters the most. All my susses are very important, but that's how I always feel.
So now we go right here. I pull out my iPhone 14 and I press the video button. We sit here. I can see everything. And if a body is reported, we will know. Cheating, look, everybody does this, okay? You cannot tell me I'm the only person on Spy who pulls out the phone. Play lame, win games. Oh, I see 2 people in dropship, and that's concerning. I think I know where this goes.
I'll finish the story later.
Oh.
Where'd you report this body at?
Down in Medbay.
Did you do your keys?
I was too focused on how large I was.
Pikmin 5? What color are you?
I'm the meat mountain. The big rib.
All right, early predictions. I think it's Smith, Bobby, and Kale Jester.
Dude, come on.
That's wild.
I'm down to go off of that.
I can't. Oh my god, Kayla's so big. I can't even remember everyone Jacob said. Like my head is not in that kind of game. Look, we're both Sans Undertale. We're not even dressed up special. I don't trust anyone petting they pet. That's what guilty people do to look innocent, being like, "Oh, I love my dog so much. How could it be mean?" You know? I don't trust like that, Jaden.
Little guy. Little guy. Oh.
I don't know. I don't trust like that. What's up?
Hello.
What did you see, Pixie?
Kale, where did you say that you saw the last body? You found Sarah's body, but where did you find Sarah?
In
You said Medbay?
Medbay. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny because I saw Sarah's little pet guy down by the admin in the tunnel going to Specimen, not on the Medbay area. So Sarah did not die in Medbay, so you are clearly lying.
I can also
Who's Sarah's
corroborate
pet?
that, but I'm still going on the Jester call.
It could be, but that is just very helpful information that you lied through your teeth.
I can confirm this too because I just went through Specimen heading out towards admin and I saw the little pet.
Guys, can
I mean, that's a pretty.
can I be so real right now?
Yeah, what's up?
It is 100% Pikmin 5.
What? But he's so old.
But he's so wide.
He can barely walk.
Okay, I just don't know what color Ultrive is. I can't tell. My
Wait, no, can
information
I
is
eat you
dependent
from
on
my
what
board?
color he is.
Jacob, are we doing this? Are we getting Pikmin 5 out?
No, I'm not.
What?
Okay.
But you said it was
Let's be nice to the
100%.
old
It is
ones.
100% him, but no one was listening to why. they just said okay.
I think
I don't know why.
He's so confused. Maybe we put him out of
He's
his
so
misery.
I'm so old. I don't know where I am. I'm just so old, you know?
I think it could be Pikmin 5 and Bobby. It's Pikmin 5 and Bobby or Pikmin 5 and Smith. I think I die no matter what, though. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Toby. Or Joe. Huh.
I think it was, yeah, I think it was Bobby.
You think it was Bobby that died?
Yeah, I saw it happen.
Oh, wait, no.
Wait,
That
but
was
who?
Joe.
No, Joe and Bobby
Bobby's
died.
dead too.
Oh,
Well, I
older.
figured out my color.
What is it?
It was black.
Okay, then it's Pikmin 5.
That was.
Okay, this time I'm gonna play the game. I got 2 tasks left. I might as well just do it. All right, let's do our tasks. Let's get it done. That way we can fuck around, you know? Okay, I don't like this. Pikmin and Kale are together.
Oh no. My legs don't work like they used to.
Okay, Kale is now dead. That makes me think it is probably. Alright.
I am so upset because I was with Kale and I saw someone else up there, and my gut wants to say maybe I saw Jaden up there, but I don't know.
Wait.
Who was your gut read again, Jacob, from the beginning?
Oh no, it's not even a gut read. I'm 100% confident it's Pikmin 5.
I think that's executioner play because I was with Pikmin 5. Pikmin 5 has been moving so slow the whole game.
I don't think it's executioner. Just saying.
Okay, Della, let me give you my logic.
Okay, Jacob,
For
I'm
the
all ears.
entire first round, I saw black and orange in dropship, so I thought that was Sarah and Jome's dead bodies. And that's why I've been asking what color is Pikmin 5, because now when you found Sarah's body in Specimen, then I'm like, oh, that means it was Dash with orange the entire round. I just couldn't tell because Sarah and Dash had the exact same color bean.
Dale, I can tell you, I'm executioner. That's not Jacob.
Who's your target? Who's your target?
I can't say. I won't blab that much.
I'll vote for you.
Just say your target's Pikmin 5.
It's Pikmin 5. Executioner just wants
Well, then
imposter
That's
out.
understandable.
I will say that he was with Kale for some of the round, so.
And I shall return again, chat, for
Looks
this
like someone guessed
incredibly
wrong.
interesting stream. I know you're having a wonderful
Someone
time.
might not be the executioner then.
I don't. Where am
Hello? Hello. Okay, I'm actually back this time. You're welcome, chat. I'm sure that was super invigorating and interesting. All that complete dead air where I did nothing for hours. Welcome to my incredibly interesting life. Rip Gohan got absolutely fucking shrewded. Ooh.
Shoe Nice became famous for eating things you're not supposed to. But while others turned their viral videos into careers as content creators, he ended up divorced.
Oh yeah, this is what's happening as a kid.
Your mom start the divorce proceedings.
Homeless.
I'm sleeping on the side of a fucking mall.
Alcoholic.
Can't wait for them to get
downright
attacked.
insane.
It'll be so great.
I know you drive this highway.
To make matters worse, ever since he blew up, he was plagued with accusations of lying, scamming, and much worse.
Anyone that knows simple math knows that puts a girl there about 14, 15 years old when she met Chris and had this relationship with him.
Oh no,
But
god
just
damn it.
how did he fall this
Epic.
far? Shoe Nice's real name is Christopher Shoe, and we only know who he was before his
we
online
take a
presence
jump
through his own
pad? Hell yeah.
retellings. According to him, his
Flowers.
parents separated when he was a child, and he grew up with two brothers and
Enemies?
his mom in a one-bedroom place. As she unfortunately developed a
Executed.
drinking problem, the kids became increasingly rowdy, spray painting people's houses and getting up to antics
Hey,
that
guys, yeah,
many
dude.
of the apartments instead. Even in this room, Chris already had the ability to eat unusual things, from grass to pebbles to eating cake ingredients during his home economics class. This became such a phenomenon that the teachers knew that Chris's group project never got finished because they ran out of supplies before they could do their work. And
Why?
eventually, his mother's drinking habit got so bad that she was regularly blacking out and not being able to feed Chris and his brothers, at which point their father took them in.
My father eventually came and got us, and time went on.
This might have been a little late since Chris had already developed a drinking
Oh,
habit
did I
of
leave
his own,
before
as
the
he was
bots?
regularly
My
getting
bad.
blackout drunk as early as 8th grade. He also engaged in other unsavory activities that are
Well, I
not related
did.
to
My bad.
drinking.
You would charge the neighborhood kids to watch your dad bang your
Stepmother, she was Russian. Good people.
Good people. How much money did you make in that racket?
I don't know. I was in 8th grade.
Right. And
Interesting
and have
fellow.
you ever beat off
It's one thing selling tickets to the neighborhood kids,
But surprisingly, this wasn't the worst thing he engaged in during this time. In a later video, he confesses to
Got
having
it.
stolen money from his dad multiple times.
Got it.
Last but not least, he retells
Got
one
it.
fateful instance in which the private school he was attending was holding some kind of party, during which he spikes the punch
He just pretended to be dead.
and
Well,
joyfully
whoa, what the
watched as
fuck?
everyone at the school unknowingly drank his piss. From
Crazy.
minors, nuns to the little kids. Despite how clearly
Crazy.
dark this time was, Chris has a very positive outlook on this part of his life. Proudly remarking that he was voted the class clown in 2 different high schools. He even mentioned his class clown status on his LinkedIn, listing wrestling and women as his high school pastimes. Despite his fond memories, his late teens saw his alcoholism progress into general drug abuse. Chris took every opportunity he had to use any substance, regardless of what it was. Thankfully, before he could spiral into a more extreme form of addiction, his father noticed it and sent him to rehab. Unfortunately, this didn't work too well, and when he came back, he instantly went back to his substance abuse, robbing his dad to
You're doing it again.
After a short stint living with his older brother and working as
That's
a
you.
roofer, Chris had to
Honk.
return to high school, meaning
Totally
he was
didn't see
staying
any of
with
those
his
in
mom.
his
He
shots.
described this period of his life
Or that
as
one.
particularly dangerous since the school he went to was rife with gang activity to the point that the principal apparently had half of his ear cut off. When he spoke to his mom about quitting high school, she had no problem with it on the condition that he enlisted in the army, which he promptly did. Chris was deployed to Kuwait in 1991 and worked in the food supply chain, during which time he retells a story about how he saved 2 little kids who were stuck in the dunes by feeding them ravioli. If this is true, I'd say this partially
Protective, yeah, that's how I'd describe it.
Only partially though. He also claims this gave him his long-standing objective of ending world hunger, which is an interesting backstory for a guy who became famous for eating insane things. In another retelling of his time in the army, he claims to have worked plumbing, which according to him is the U.S. Army's name for when you pour diesel into the metal cans where all the soldiers are shitting in, and then lighting them on fire, as Chris himself describes in great detail. But his class clown identity also carried him to the army. When it came time to shave his head, he asked the barber to draw a question mark on the top of his head. When his drill sergeant discovered this, Chris was punished by having to eat mystery meat off a tray on the ground. Not that he had any real problem with that. He also claims to have been offered to leave deployment early with a Purple Heart after he fell off a vehicle while loading up MREs on the pallets, where he accidentally hit his head. But he refused to accept it so he could stay in the army for longer. On a much darker note, Chris's time in the military was marked by his involvement in a very tragic accident.
Maybe I'm the real cyber psycho. Again, like, it could take fucking bonks to the head, it's wild.
His torso was turned, I knew it was just a matter of time, and even just so I know you weren't the one that hit me.
I have no idea what he's supposed to be saying. I'm not very smart.
He was screaming at me, I was screaming at him. Last thing he said was, can you just turn somebody in my platoon?
lmao. That would be me in a conversation. Oh shit, we're coming to the end of this. Are you all enjoying this Star Wars reference? I love the Clone Wars. I actually do love the Clone Wars, it's fucking epic. Wow, interesting fellow.
This grim incident, he reveals he actually forgot about what the dying soldier had asked him to do. And instead of delivering the message to the man's wife, when Chris came home, he traveled around and blew all of his money in Vegas. It was only 3 months later that he went through his belongings from his time in the army and found the paper he'd written her address on and remembered what he was supposed to do. But at that point, he had already spent all of his money and couldn't afford to travel to where the man's wife lived, so he just wrote her a letter instead.
But before we go any further, a word from our sponsor.
Hey there! Looks like you didn't heed my warning, did you, little guy? Apparently, my message was lost on all of you. I said never goon. Not even once. Which is why I made this new swag t-shirt. See this t-shirt right here? We've got this beautiful ruined
lmao. He's swearing.
It's got this epic death metal font you can kind of read sometimes. And an extremely tasteful acid wash to make it look more vintage for all you vintage kids out there who can't stop thinking about vintage things. It's vintage.
Oh, that was retarded.
Buy it, it's vintage. It's going to be a fresh, darn cold. You know what I mean? How am I supposed to not go to keep warm? What am I going to do? Oh, that's right. I made a pullover.
How that you've been in that case, some people are in trouble. You little gooner. The scarecrow beckons.
What happened to that grenade?
The ancient one that gooning brings on unforeseen Euclidean horrors.
What does Euclidean mean?
Euclidean is a word. Euclid.
SCP! It's also
there's the grenade.
We've got some cool designs here on the
Laser.
sleeves, on the front, on the back. We've got some cool imagery, messaging. It's good merch. Okay, that's the point. It's good merch. It's
Okay,
high
yeah,
quality.
just like
I'm not even trying to talk up too much here, but it is good merch. And if you like it, it's a great way to support the channel. And it's available only on turkeytom.shop for a limited time right now. And when it's gone, you won't be able to get it again. So, yeah, thanks for buying. If you don't buy it, thanks for watching. But buy it. And don't goon or whatever. Never goon. Never goon. Never goon whatever you do.
Buy my merch, and whatever you do,
Now back to the video.
There's no real reason for him to have lied about this particular tale, since it doesn't really make him look good, and he's clearly not joking. So much so that he eventually made an update calling out the people who were attacking him for potentially having injured or killed another soldier. In the middle of him retelling his army stories, he also makes a passing mention of once having fought off 20 police officers. While there's very little information about this online, a lawsuit dating back to 1993 describes 2 police officers being called to a party to break up a fight between 2 men. One of these men, identified as Christopher Shue, is said to have attacked a police officer and put him in a chokehold until the other cops struck him with a baton. This incident happened in one of the city's Shoe nicest areas to live in, and given his history,
Bloody English, am I right, chat?
later claims to have served time for fighting cops. It's not hard to believe that this is the same
I just
guy.
noticed how big
Regardless of all this
that is. There we
craziness in his
go.
earlier life, it seems he
I
did
was
settle down a
shilling.
few
I was
years after
just
returning to
stealing
the
people's
States.
content. I'm so sorry.
Getting married and having a son. Fast forward a few years to 2008, and his now 8-year-old son made an account for him on YouTube. Chris stayed inactive for 2 years until December 2010, when he decided to act on his love for comedy by dropping this gem of
The
video.
English sure do love the sound of their own voice.
My dad wanted us to learn how to read.
Voice.
He got us hooked on crime.
If this seems more like an amateur stand-up routine instead of a typical YouTube video, it's
Particularly
because that's
partial
exactly
to
what it is.
colonise.
On LinkedIn, he says he worked as a stand-up comedian for 5 years. I also have to point out here that his jokes about weed aren't just
Man,
for
I hate being
comedy,
discovered.
but
It's-
instead it was a recurring obsession of his. According to Chris, marijuana is the way he treated
I
his
do find.
Crohn's disease.
It's saying I find colonization funny.
Tact and familiarity
Bad
with
statement,
what
I don't know.
content really worked on YouTube. His channel didn't immediately take off, and it went completely unnoticed for a few years.
Just
During
through
this period,
colonized
Chris got
countries,
some recognition
English
not for his
English
videos,
colony
but
ways.
for having chained himself to a fountain during a protest in 2011. This protest
Right.
was over the cancellation of Fountain Day, a traditional celebration of the university Chris was enrolled in at the time to study sociology. There are plenty of videos of this incident due to how unusual it was, especially since it looked like Chris was the only person protesting, while the rest of the people there were just looking at him in awe. In one of the interviews he did during this time, without any prompt from the interviewer, he started talking about how he wasn't doing this to promote himself, since he had already published a book and was about to go on a comedy tour, neither of which I was able to find anything about. However, as soon as the topic of his YouTube channel came up, he immediately started giving the little audience that had gathered around him a performative autobiography, almost as if this was the plan all along. Even this early on, some people were pointing out that Chris had a tendency to bend the truth to get his point across. But due to how obscure of a personality he was, it was an uphill battle to expose it. Based on the way he carried himself, this was, without a doubt, a publicity stunt to promote his YouTube channel.
It's colonizing here, chat. I'm helping with colonization.
Diapers, a bottle of water,
I'm
and a
founding
notebook,
America.
claiming he would stay there for 3 days without eating anything. He also added that he
Got
couldn't
him.
free himself as he had given the handcuff keys to a friend who would only arrive once the 3 days had elapsed. Unsurprisingly, he was gone within 1 day, but his goal was actually met since the link to his YouTube channel was featured in the updated article. By 2012, Shoe Dice had officially exploded in popularity. And this is proved by the fact there was a Jaltoid video about him, which at the time meant you were a certified big deal. You guys remember when animation channels were massive all over YouTube? I kinda miss it a lot. The West has fallen. Anyway, his videos were getting extremely popular, although I can't show a lot of the most popular ones because they'd violate the current terms of service because they technically depict dangerous
There
acts. To put it simply,
is
Chris
an
ate
option by
things
the
he wasn't
flag. Very
supposed
good,
to
very
eat,
good.
some of which could
Anime.
kill an average person. As his videos got traction from legacy media outlets like True TV,
Got him.
and Vice Media,
Oh,
thousands
hearing
of people were now
legacy
getting to
media
watch this
content,
man
that's so
eat
funny.
pills, toilet
Because I
paper,
only hear
drink,
old
chewing
people
gum,
watch
alcohol,
TV.
tampons, and many other inedible items that
But then I
would
also
pretty much anyone
only really
bag.
talk to old
He also
people.
took
I don't
part
know.
in Ask Me Anything on Reddit, where we get early signs that maybe becoming
Actually, you
famous
can watch his
wasn't all
TV.
sunshine and rainbows.
Any of
For
my
example,
Twitter followers
he got
watch
called
TV.
out on his fountain-based stunt and not only admitted that
who
it was
needs
just a
that?
stunt
Did it
for
stop?
publicity, but also added that the reason he did it was because he wanted to quit university anyway. In a much more concerning development, after a few comments asked about it, Chris confirmed that he's no longer with his wife and she had kicked him out of the house. Coinciding with this are accusations that he was scamming his followers on
he's
Facebook, asking for
suffocated.
money and claiming he was
LMAO.
broke and couldn't afford food, only to quickly renege on his promise to pay them
Think.
back and boast about having spent all the donated money on
Man, I'm great
alcohol
at
and
this.
weed,
We've done
admitting
it.
to
We've
never being broke
colonized
in
the place,
first
chat.
place. This wasn't just covered on Reddit either. A small YouTube account uploaded a video right around the same time showing Chris asking for money on Facebook, suggesting that his wife had somehow gotten control of his finances and that he needed to go to Boston to close out his bank. This same video also pointed out that in recent months, Chris had become belligerent towards his followers. He had been
Just
uploading
that was
many
a- that
videos
was another
in which he was
time.
extremely drunk, which was clear evidence he was going down the same rabbit hole of alcoholism that his mother did. It was clear
Thank
that
you,
his mental
England. We
state was
appreciate
rapidly
you.
deteriorating as a consequence of his drug use and separation from his family. Though we only discover the details of what went on behind the scenes much later, the results are immediately evident. For example, one of Vice's many articles about him during this peak covered his masterful rapping.
Hey everyone, Shoe Nice again. Been eating cream since I was 10. Tampons, pine cones, cigs and rocks. Even ate a pair of dirty socks.
One may be inclined to think that this is just
Bro's got
funny and
bars.
not a sign of him slowly going nuts, but believe me, it gets a whole lot worse than an awful rap song. In early 2013, Vice did a proper documentary on him, and it cleared up a few of the rumors that were swirling around online. They talk about his recent bout of intense alcoholism and his strained relationship with his family, where Shunai says that his ex-wife was having a tough time handling his newfound YouTube fame, and that he was slowly but
Got
surely
him.
pushed out of the house. Once he realized he was now homeless and no longer able to see his son, he started drinking again after 6 years of sobriety. Soon after the documentary came out, it was also announced that he had been arrested. This supposedly happened because an old lady mistakenly identified him as the person who stole something from her car. It's very hard to make out what he says here due to the low volume and poor audio quality, but considering he uses this story to ask his fans for more money, it's possible that this didn't happen. However, a few weeks after this announcement, there is
Where
record
is
of a
the
different
enemy?
arrest, not for stealing, but for
The enemy.
disorderly intoxication. Other dark moments of this documentary include him acknowledging the toll the alcohol takes on his body, revealing that the one time he had a stomach bump wasn't from any unusual stunt, but instead from alcohol poisoning. Specifically, he drank double springs, a bottle of 160 pills, after he finished only to wake up with a 2 bonus one. He adds that the alcohol makes him seek out other drugs.
There we go.
Sometimes he smoked crack in his life, or a direct result of being on a bender.
Jack's going crazy.
Overall, the
Jack is
documentary paints a pretty
becoming
grim picture of a man
evil.
who no longer has any
He
reason
did
to
get betrayed.
As a result, he regularly risked his life for content because he had nothing better to do. For those who are only looking at the surface of Shoe Nice's online presence where he was eating weird things and being funny, things were normal. Well, normal for his standards. Him doing things like painting his entire head white and eating red magic.
That's just a casual Saturday on Australia.
Underneath it all, it wasn't hard to see that Chris was really struggling with the loss of his family. But people weren't calling him out for this. If anything, they empathized and felt bad for what he was going through. What they didn't feel bad for was his shameless grifting. In this video, he asked for money to buy weed and beer, being very, very upfront about it. I'm not sure if this is better because he's no longer lying about how he uses the money, or if it's worse because he doesn't even care enough to come up with a real excuse. In the same month as the documentary,
Yeah, I get it. I've seen it
uploaded a video
before.
compiling all the known instances of Shoe Nice scamming his fans, which naturally a lot of people were unhappy about. Chris can be seen asking for sums as measly as $100, followed by a former fan revealing that Shoe Nice once asked him for $500, supposedly because Chris's car had been towed. Under the belief he would be paid back soon, this guy sent him the money, and within 3 days, Chris asked for another $500. But he
Holy
was never
shit.
paid back, probably because Chris never intended to. Chris didn't even try to keep his story straight, as he would often
Whoa.
admit to his
It's
lenders
weird seeing
that
that and being
his
just
money
like, wow,
was spent
friendly.
on drugs. In the Vice documentary, he claimed to regularly get $400 or even more by deploying his talents at local bars. But based on these witness accounts from people who gave him money, it seems he made his living very differently than what he told the journalists. After his peak in popularity around the middle of 2012, his growth seriously slowed down, dampening his dreams of going viral for his stunts and becoming a millionaire. For the next couple of years, he didn't lose any of his following and got a decent amount of attention for his size, but due to his strained relationship with his community and the sheer strange and generally low production value of his content, becoming a huge channel was simply not an option for him. He made no effort to adapt his format to the new content standards on YouTube, and instead continued to regularly e-beg for drugs.
Everyone, Shoe Nice again.
A guardian.
Basically, I lost my ATM card and I want to smoke more weed and get drunk still. Despite me. So my PayPal information's below me. This isn't bad. You don't have to give me a dime. Give rat's ass. I got rich fans out there in the trust funds. They don't even miss that now. You know who you are. Please PayPal me some cash. Pussy, not dealer. At least I'm honest.
It's bad enough
Interesting.
asking for drug money from an audience that was mostly comprised of kids. What makes it worse is that he frequently talked about how his channel was meant to solve world hunger, and though he had some ideas of how he could accomplish this, none of them were realistic, nor did he ever try to put them into practice. It's also worth noting that he quickly deleted the videos in which he asked for money, clearly so he could hide his dark habits from anyone who hadn't seen them. Harkening back to the claim that being drunk made him look for other substances, around this time he posted a video of himself taking MDMA, which he said he'd never done before. This was very concerning and yet another sign of his rapidly deteriorating health. On his Facebook page, he lamented not having seen his son in years, but given his recent behavior, that wasn't going to change anytime soon. Meanwhile, on Twitter, he was threatening to delete his videos
Am I
if his
opening
network
these?
didn't loan him $500. While media networks definitely have a bad history of exploiting the people who make the mistake of signing with them, what's strange here is that he's only asking for $500 in the form of a loan, not even a direct payment. This clearly suggests that this wasn't some kind of dispute over money owed to him, because if that was the case, he just asked to be paid. Instead, this was another case of him being desperate for drug money and doing things that don't really make sense to get it. Still, it does seem he genuinely fell for the trap of multi-channel networks, which were really popular around the time, and ultimately just took money from creators without providing much
Whoa.
value to them. At first, he posted videos promoting promoting and singing the praises of his network. But then he revealed he couldn't leave his contract and was making 30% of what he used to through YouTube, with the rest of it going to his network. This was just one of the major problems Chris was facing in 2014. As just a few months into the year, he actually got into his first YouTube beef with someone by the name of Ted Barris. Ted claimed that Chris faked his alcohol slam videos, pointing to things like the bottles already being cracked by the time the camera started rolling, as evidence that Chris had replaced the alcohol with something else. But this was the lightest of Ted's accusations, as in a video he posted in March of that year, he claimed that Chris scammed kids, had outstanding warrants in New York, and most damning of all, he claimed that someone who personally knew Chris accused him of being a creep. This was the beginning of Chris's war against Ted Barris, which is ongoing to this day.
Okay, I just wanted to shoot him, Zach. With the... Yeah.
Google, you will never see blame Ted Barris people. Go in the link below me because I have a new website
Below me.
and live. And like I said, Ted Barris is to blame for this. The chilly idiot.
Later on in the year, after having fallen for and subsequently denounced all channel networks, Chris somehow found himself in a different kind of network, a pyramid scheme. And you can tell that's what it is because the guy he had on to explain it began by immediately saying it definitely wasn't a pyramid scheme. I wasn't able to find any of Chris's video where he talked about this
It's
scam
a
again,
ship.
so I'm guessing this was just one of the many videos he quietly deleted and it never existed. A while after, one of Shoe Nice's detractors decided to call up the guy Chris was doing a pyramid scheme with, and he had this to say. As much as this solidifies how much of a compulsive liar Shoe Nice is, I gotta give him credit for owning his own partner in a pyramid scheme. You don't see that every day. As for the accusations that have been raised regarding him being some kind of creep, they came from someone called Weezy, who had taken part in many of Shoe Nice's videos. And I really want to clarify here that these accusations should be taken with a major grain of salt. In the video promoting the pyramid
Holy
scheme, Chris revealed
fucking
that
idiot, Jesus.
Weezy first came into contact with him. During the time he spent being friends with him, Weezy noticed a few strange things about him. For example, he never saw Chris as a woman, yet he'd heard him on the phone with someone saying extremely explicit things. In one instance, Weezy asked Chris why he never brought a girl on the phone around, but Chris just blew the question off without providing any real answer. A few weeks later, and after
Cool.
several phone calls at the same time, it suddenly stopped, with Chris claiming that he decided to break up with his mysterious girlfriend. When that happened, Weezy claims he started getting comments on his channel from this girl and decided to talk to her. As they spoke, she apparently said she was 21 and that she first got with Chris 5 years prior when she would have been 16. According to Weezy, during this relationship, he pretended to be romantically interested in her mom and that he was refused to keep going to her place. Eventually, Chris came clean to the girl's mom, admitting that he was an abusive girl. At that point, she no longer allowed Chris to visit them. Weezy adds that while Chris was still living in a hotel in Florida, he was notified that a detective was looking into him, at which point he fled to Denver and continued to talk to the underage girl over the phone for a while. Now, I want to reiterate here that these accusations have no direct proof, and I personally have not seen anything that leads me to believe that Chris is a creep. But obviously, even having a story like this is pretty concerning, since you can try to make amends and come back from being a liar or a scammer, especially when you're struggling with addiction. But these kinds of accusations aren't the kind you can come back from if you can't disprove them. Which begs the question, how did Chris respond? I'll let you see for yourself.
There ain't nothing you're gonna fuck me, Weezy. I'll destroy your world, girl. Facebook. Cute little girl. Nice high school, bro. Is that your daughter? It hurts. It hurts, I know. It hurts. You know. My son's a bag, so when you ripped on him, I didn't care. I'm gonna burn the ass, bro.
There's really nothing I could say to make this look worse than it already does. Of course, once again, I want to remind you all that
What
Weezy's
the
claims are
actual
just
fuck?
allegations. No evidence has been provided to the public, therefore, don't just believe it. One of the things that was provided to supposedly incriminate Chris is a set of YouTube comments supposedly made by this girl herself,
I'm
where
just
she
looking
called
around.
him a PDF
Probably-
file and compared him to Bill
probably check this
Cosby.
area.
Now, this isn't directly related to the matter at hand, but on the topic of Shoe Nice and Bill Cosby, my lawyers have informed me that I have to show you this masterpiece.
No, Your Honor. I did not put the pill in the drink. I put it in the jello pudding.
Eventually, the supposed victim herself
What
made a
the-
video
what was
addressing the
that?
accusations.
Leave
Shoe Nice to keep an eye. First of all, he's innocent. He never me. Understood?
What's of note here is that she doesn't explain her connection to Shoe Nice and doesn't really give any new information. Instead,
rip
she opts to say
Lmao.
that Chris didn't assault her, which was not the only accusation being made, more so that she was groomed. Because of her strange demeanor, many people thought that she might have still felt some attachment to Chris and made this defense of him as a desperate attempt to earn his approval. Regardless of speculation about her mannerisms, the burden of proof is on the people making the claim that Chris groomed her. As far as solid evidence of him doing anything to a minor, there doesn't appear to be anything concrete establishing that Chris did something to this girl. He did eventually threaten to file a lawsuit against Wheezy, but it doesn't seem like anything came of it. One poster who claimed to have closely followed the story did say, "I can also confirm that Shoe Nice has done some shady stuff in the past in that regard, having made numerous advances over Facebook towards underage girls, openly admitting to touching himself to not safe for work images of underage girls, and claiming that doing it was not a crime in one video." The Facebook accounts he had several years ago were extremely creepy, with most of his fan base being teenage girls. Numerous people have come out saying he made inappropriate advances over Facebook Messenger when they were underage. There's been no shortage of accusations in that department. Despite how extreme these accusations were, they stayed well out of the spotlight due to the confusing nature of the never-ending beefs Shoe Nice had with a dozen people in the eating weird stuff and slamming alcohol community, which was and is an actual community on YouTube, believe it or not. One particular beef that got a lot of traction comes from a video by someone named Tubes in 2017, where he claimed he made some thumbnails for Shoe Nice but was never paid. Instead, he got emails from Chris saying that he only had $2 in his PayPal because his ex-wife took all of his money, and that asking to get paid for the
Oh, why am I
thumbnails
even
he
holding on
made
to
was
these?
tantamount to scamming an old veteran trying to end global hunger. The worst part of this is despite having just shamelessly scammed this guy, he continued to try and trick him into making even more thumbnails for him for free. In one of his emails, he said, "I figured you would just like the fact you'll be known as Shoe Nice's thumbnail master until 2030. At this point, Chris had
Ooh,
over
cyclist in
500,000
here? Cool.
subscribers and was regularly pulling in tens of thousands of views on
Top-
every
I did
video.
not top it down
Yet
time.
his behavior hadn't changed the
That's
least
not.
bit since 2012. The lying never stopped or slowed down, regardless of how successful or not he was. It's hard to tell whether or not he kept scamming people out of habit, or if he truly blew through all of his money so fast he had to scam people all the time to keep feeding his habits. What's interesting is that Tubes' video came out at a time when exposés about people who were scammed by bigger creators were at an all-time high. So despite how irrelevant Shoe Nice was at the time, the video got to 500,000 views, prompting Shoe Nice to respond in the only way he knew.
Tubes, he
That's
can't
cool.
fight. That motherfucker does fucking thumbnails and gets ripped off, so he must be a pussy.
He eventually did cough up $50, but not without thoroughly insulting Tubes in
My
the process.
ice cream.
The last significant blip in popularity happened with Shoe Nice in 2015, when he took part in a Tosh.0 episode that got to almost 2 million views. But after that, he became increasingly desperate for attention, being somewhat self-aware that his YouTube fame was long gone. In 2016, he tried to become a UFC fighter and fight Ted Harris, which technically would make him early to the influencer fighting game, which is pretty funny to think about. But, like hundreds of other business ventures and content ideas that Shoe Nice proposed, nothing ever came of it. Another one of his schemes was when he hooked up with the Brown Bag Boys to sell brown bags with his name on them. It's pretty difficult to figure out what he was actually trying to do here because, well, eventually it looks like he's going to start selling merch, and you realize the only product he's promoting is literally a brown paper bag. At the same time, he's encouraging people to buy his bags. He also says you're supposed to bring the bag to a party that they're going to host and fill it up with food to donate to the homeless. But near the end of the video announcement, he then straight up asks for donations, no paper bag required. He claims that the proceeds will all go to charity, but doesn't say what charity or how he's going to distribute the money to that charity. I'm not even sure that the Brown Bag Boys exist, because if you look up that name, you find absolutely nothing. I don't know what kind of schizophrenic scam he was trying to pull off here, but
My ice cream.
but his behavior didn't limit itself to scams, as around 2016, he began threatening to leave YouTube forever after uploading to platforms, usually blaming one of his enemies and telling his audience to go harass them, even though at that point, he had lost whatever loyal following he once had who may have been interested in doing that. Later on in 2016, he took part in an episode of the Painkiller Already podcast, which was by far one of the largest pieces of peer exposure Shoe Nice had ever gotten. While it does seem he managed to keep himself sober for the recording, his compulsive lying was also kicking into high gear. When the topic of money was brought up 10 minutes into the episode, he went on a tangent about being bad with money because he just gave so much to the homeless. He claims he never was having money for himself. If ever there was a sequence of events that summarized the entirety of Shoe Nice's life, this would be a big bit. And he finally got to directing his videos using scamming people. He describes them as 6 drunk men who get on Google Hangouts to come up with conspiracies to destroy his life. Usually, Chris lies to get money for beer and weed, but when he's had his fill of both, he just lies to make himself look good. Throughout the episode, he constantly brags about how much people loved his comedy, to the point where they'd clap and ask for encores when he got off stage, asking for another set from the guy who doesn't even get paid. Even in his fantasy world, he's still trying to paint himself as an altruist who purposely doesn't take money from anyone. Then he goes on to brag about how good he is at fighting, despite never training in his life, because according to him, he was born a badass. It seems like whenever you let Shoenice talk for over 5 minutes straight, he reveals himself to be mentally 10 years old. At the 24-minute mark, he starts talking about Leafy's commentary video about him, visibly upset about the fact it got way more views than his actual videos, claiming that YouTube was purposely punishing his channel because he had previously moved his content to a competitor platform. And perhaps the funniest part of the entire thing is when he tries to explain his e-begging on Facebook.
Trolls, I used to just make videos about you gotta pay me $5 to be a friend of mine on Facebook. I really didn't need it, but I knew haters would take them videos. And I formed hate on purpose. Hate versus good, you know, it brings conflict, and conflict brings change. And I'm gonna change the world through a YouTube community. So all my little haters, they'll be kneeling along the other masses when I become the next Messiah. That was kind of weird. Hold on, could I take another hit?
Interesting fellow.
But one of the funniest things he does is actually bragging about how many sources of income he has, from YouTube to merch to his proudest one, lifelong disability checks. In this instance, it's not that I doubt he has a lot of income sources. More so, I take issue with him neglecting to mention that his drug habits instantly pulverized all the money he gets. Another highlight of the podcast is that one of Shoenice's long-standing lies that he's told both in the Vice documentary and his appearance on the Costco show was unceremoniously destroyed.
So I got a question for you. I watched the Vice documentary. Can you hear me? Yeah. And I guess you used to live with either your wife or a serious girlfriend, and she kicked you out because she couldn't handle the fame.
Yeah, I lied about that on
I thought you might have.
Vice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was actually from my pill addiction.
Cool.
Honestly, it's not surprising, since the idea that his wife would rather her son grow up without a dad than deal with fame was always asinine. But it is a bit shocking how nonchalantly he admits to having lied for years to hide his pill addiction. Don't get me wrong though, this isn't Chris taking accountability for being on pills, as he immediately goes on to blame the hospital that gave him those pills after he broke his back. He then pretends that he quit pills and the alcohol was no issue, and says that only weak-minded people have a hard time quitting opiates. The thing is, we know his issues got much worse after his rise to YouTube fame. About an hour into the episode, he claims his YouTube career dwindling is fine because it's only a resume, as he's now working with a company with a tractor-trailer full of equipment, suggesting he was going to become an actor, something that I strongly doubt.
What was your question again, sir? How many times have you been arrested? Oh, yeah. Probably like 12. One was for marijuana possession as a teenager. One was for breaking into my dad's house after he threw me out and having a house party, but he dropped the charges. Then I fought with the police a lot. That was 4 or 5 times. And then I broke up with the law enforcement. I was a hero to that city. I broke up a bad prostitution sting.
At this point, even if he wanted to get into the entertainment industry, he'd have a very hard time, since he threw everyone he ever worked with under the bus, including Daniel Tosh. Despite how Daniel Tosh featuring him gave his online presence a real second wind, on PKA, Chris complained about having his improvised material cut out of the show, claiming that Tosh was envious of how naturally funny he was. He then added that Comedy Central didn't even pay him to stay 2 nights at a motel, which he found outrageous. When the topic of the military comes up, Chris brings up the story of him hitting a soldier with his car, but claims that he fabricated the story in the first place. And the truth is that he actually hit a camel. I don't know why he thinks admitting to having lied will make anyone trust that he isn't lying this time, especially when he's so pathological about it. It seems much more likely that the first story is true, given how upset he got when people made fun of him for it. And now he has a new explanation to get people off his back. Despite only taking part in 1 hour of this episode of PKA, more and more was dug up from his appearance and from 5 years of his content. Of course, the new set of tall tales he rattled off had a very negative effect, giving a lot of ammunition to his trolls, who went on to make entire compilations of every single time he scammed his audience. But due to him having nothing else going on at this point in his life, the next 2 years of his online activity were
that worked out
made
exactly
up of
as
eternal wars against other YouTubers.
I'm
One
so good at video
he can be
games.
seen drunk and lying on the dirt in some park, fighting his detractors.
Ted Barris,
Easter
your mom
egg.
got killed by your dad.
I don't know how.
That was
your
epic. I'm so good at this.
Later on, he admits to being homeless and resorting to sleeping outside of a mall.
Cause I'm sleeping out on the side of a fucking mall. I didn't have to do that. Didn't have to do that. And then
This is
do
cool.
what? Entertain you?
I like this Easter egg.
Which he blamed on his fans not donating enough money to him.
Is your guy working now?
If you didn't quite
Oh, I
catch
fucked that up.
he's saying, is your volume working now? In reference to the people who have been pointing out for years that the audio on the videos was too low, an issue he consistently made zero effort to fix. Keep in mind, I only played a fraction of the whole thing, but there's actually plenty more where that came from as he continues to scream about random online people for the rest of the video's runtime. This was by far the lowest view ever. It seemed like he was actually going insane.
Status?
In his long-winded psychotic rampage, he started beefing with his own son, who he had been away from for so long that he was already an adult at this point.
Hey, Christopher, nice talking to you.
An online record that his ex-wife filed for divorce, which apparently hadn't been done up until that point. Also during this period was his beef against a very large YouTuber, Ethan Klein of History. Back in 2015, Ethan made a video covering YouTubers who film themselves doing charity to make themselves look good. In it, Shoe Nice is featured, since he constantly talks about how much he is homeless and his work towards ending global hunger. Funnily enough, he went as far as listing volunteering to the homeless everywhere for the past 4 years. But fortunately for Shoe Nice, Ethan didn't have any scams, focusing exclusively on him exploiting some homeless lady for views. And what was Shoe Nice's graceful response? I never get sick without his subscribers. Jewish people are greedy and only care for themselves. And Hila Klein is a Ethan was pretty taken aback.
I am
Shoe Nice responded
betrayed.
by promising he was going to troll him for the rest of his life. They went back and forth a bit with Ethan for the paper of homeless. Admittedly, it must be hard to catch those who live in the class homeless shelter. So Chris was definitely fighting an uphill battle here.
Oh my god, Renee. I am
The conflict by addressing them in
goofy.
two videos.
Oh, we could.
Is overrated, and he got a bunch of robot people.
But this was just the beginning, as he became increasingly
No.
dramatic and resentful toward Ethan.
Ethan, you're a fucking scumbag emo.
I fucked up.
And now you think you're some kind of a god. Fucking, raising money for people. Well, all I want to know is bigger. Yours are Ela.
At this point in time, he launched one of his many attempts to switch to a different platform to see if that would revive his dead online career, and unsurprisingly, it didn't really work. He moved to Revive, a website that was mostly dedicated to videos of people dying, but when he
Weird.
failed to get his videos featured on the homepage, he posted this.
All you fucking people care about are people dying? Oh my god, I can't even watch the fucking featured videos on this fucking pitiful website. Suck my and go watch another fucking innocent person die. What has humanity come to? Kiss my, suck my, lick my mouth.
Interesting
My dead
person.
mother.
It
What
seemed
the
like Shoe
fuck?
Nice's story was coming to a screeching halt. He had burned every bridge and completely wasted whatever momentum he was given by Vice and Tosh, and scammed his audience whenever he could along the way. He had no friends in the eating weird things community, and his audience had long abandoned him. In 2018, the H3 podcast uploaded a clip titled Shoe Nice is Insane that sits at 1 million views. In it, they show a 16-second clip of Ethan
Not that
mentioning
I'm
one of
doing
Shoe
much,
Nice's
I'm gonna
videos
stop
to
live
Burt
streaming for
Kreischer.
now, but
Somehow,
thanks for
despite
stopping
how
by if
passive
anybody
of a
did.
mention this was,
Just, you know,
Shoe Nice
trying to
caught wind of it
champions
and left
great
literally
content.
dozens of comments through multiple accounts, all
Have a good night,
suggesting that
everyone.
Ethan and Ela should forgive